Good evening, all Gunpla players. We are going to be building the Blitz. We will be changing the parts around on this guy here, my Dingo, which I already have a copy. Save them in your blueprints. So it's kind of weird. Instead of starting a new character, you have to build within on top of the character, which, like I said, a lot of the programming. I wish they did take a little bit more time to how they put it together, but it's a breakers game. You'd expect things like this. But on short notice, we get this built, and we're building the Blitz, the Lily's Blitz. We're going to get the Blitz system in the Blitz, Blitz, Blitz. Let's do the Blitz. And just getting all of these wonderful parts here. I mean, seeing what matches up. Seems like I don't have all the parts to actually build it, but I do have the hook claw, the rifle, so we can get around with that, and also the visibility of the helmet, and we should have some pretty good sections of the parts. My cold is cleared up. I'm on antibiotics right now, and trying to feel better. Some of my YouTube buddies and some of my friends here where I'm at. That's the time of season around the world. Everyone's catching colds. Try to keep healthy, everybody. Don't get sick. I mean, I already have a good few friends worldwide already sick, so I'm hoping they're my good friends. Even fellow YouTubers, some of them. I hope we all get over this bug. These bugs are nasty, and I'm on antibiotics right now, so I'm feeling better. There's the one Gundam. I go back to it. I'm just looking through all the parts, and I welcome everybody. If you're just walking in onto the gameplay here, and um, please sit back, relax. This is gonna be a kind of long and boring, but we're not doing no battles or anything. Kind of like the last time. I'm just gonna be making the Blitz, one of the Blitz, the one. So it's gonna be the white one with the stripes, and it's the Lily's Blitz. Lily's Blitz. It's actually the person that pilots it, but there's several different models of the Blitz versions. So I'm picked one out, and you'll see which one it is by the time we are done. So I try to get close as I can because you're limited to so much you can do with the parts and everything. I think we're gonna go with this here because this is the gun rifle that it has. We're gonna paint it up really nice when we get to it. Just going through all this nice stuff here and polishing around. We're trying to find the parts that's gonna fit the suit properly. And my Horo is starting to work on his show now. We're gonna have a new show with Horo. It's gonna be pretty good. He's gonna help out on the Classic Quarter Gameplays TV show. We're gonna do a couple of new things with it. A lot of those videos are really old hashtag videos with new updated stuff. Because when I was first starting out on YouTube, I had a whole different channel way back when it started. Now I'm also working on a butterfly book, like I said, and that one's a little adventurous and surprise for how we are naturally doing that. So that one's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a year project because there's a lot of pages. I'm gonna have to decipher what I'm getting rid of because this book here. I drew it when I was 5 years old with a bunch of kids. I had a lot of issues when I was young in the hospital, and that's probably why I have problems now too. But medically speaking, and the other thing was like the kids came together. I had a hernia surgery when I was a little one, very very young, and all the kids from the school came together, did some artwork, did things, bought me a dinosaur cup and everything. And then everybody, once I got back on base that year, after all that, all the kids came together, and we all drew a butterfly book because this was going to be my last year on base after that year. And we made this big book, and my friend Julie and Laura and Jennifer and a couple other of the kids around the block, everyone came together. We just put all that artwork, and then the book got destroyed over shipment. My sister had a little vengeance on it too. It was sibling rivalries. We were just kids. But my sister fixed it and everything because she felt bad. It got on over the travels when we moved because I was a military brat, and the stuff got damaged. So my sister fixed it out of love and caring, and I was heartbroken. And so I'm working on the book. There's a lot of pieces, a lot of things missing out of it. Trying to do what I even new improvements on it. So this is a really old book, a 1980s book. So I'm putting this together, and it'll be on my website for shares and everything. Also, my website's going through a major change. I'm hoping to do it by this summer. Again, I'm doing another. Every time you have to do updates for a website, so it's just constant changes all the time. I want to get most of my manga art up on there and a lot of Japanese writing. My first book is in English and everything, and I left it mostly original as possible. My copyrighted and trademark characters on the Zymions and stuff. So to the website. So that's the thing. I'm mostly gonna have it as a YouTube platformer, my website, but there's just so much changes I'm trying to do as an independent. I'm trying to break it where, yeah, I could do this, but then I can't because, like I said, family interferes. I have the whole family at the house, and boy, I have a huge family. Um, I'm hoping to move back to Montana. It's been my top mission to get a studio like Bandai Namco. I want to work with Bandai Namco. I want to see what I could do with Japanese policies. Also work with Nintendo. I know Nintendo's hardcore is no tomorrow. I want to work with these two companies. My heart as a partner and everything, and also help to understand it's between American laws and Japanese laws and bring a unity between this. And then, like when you're coming over to America, there's a whole different set of directions when it comes over to everything else. And there's fair use, there's fandom. So my gaming channel is fandom. It's nothing to infringe on nobody, nothing to cut into anything. But I want to do hosting and talk with the actual creators on my show. That's why I really want to change this show around, or actual give actual tips out. When it first started off with slapstick and comedy, I tried to do tipping and everything. It just was such a disaster when I first started out the series. So, and I like to be open and truthful about my stuff that I'm doing. So that's just one of the things. And but this is everything's going through a major ton of work for the last 3 years already. 3 years, 3 years in the making of really hard work going into this stuff. And mostly I'm focused with my arts and everything. So I have about 7 channels out there, and like I said, I'm hoping to work with YouTube. I'm actually the company YouTube and Google to work with them. Nintendo, mostly one of my most favorite companies since I was a kid, and also Bandai Namco, another favorite company because of Pac-Man. And Hanna-Barbera did the Pac-Man series back in the day in America. And I'm a big fan of Hanna-Barbera as well. I'm also a big Dragon Ball Z fan and a Gundam fan, of course, and a Robotech fan. So definitely Bandai Namco and Voltron has always been one of my things. Besides, because Sabbath does Power Rangers, but and Bandai owns Power Rangers, but then Sabbath was the creator of Voltron as much as Power Rangers, and I'm a big Voltron fan. So of course I'm gonna love Gundam and these kind of mechas, and also Dragon Ball Z. So pretty much this is the updates that I'm doing for my stuff. So I'm just, trying to get you guys all caught up what I've been busy with. Why does my videos take a long time? Big question about that. Well, like I said at the beginning, I family comes first. So I want to content with being there for the family than anything else. So that's where that stuff ties in. So I'm mostly running family around. My nephew and niece, my sister, my mom, and my father. They're doing stuff, or either I'm going with helping them. We got we got about 6 animals in the house as well, besides the kids, and it takes a lot out of a man. And everybody faces these everyday life challenges. This is the thing we do every life as human beings. Our families come first. And we lose ourselves not to think forwards what we're doing sometimes, and it's days you just want to take that time off to find yourself. And yeah, I'm modifying the 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 monitor, the rate. I guess it's the antennas and stuff here. Whoa, a little too much there. But yeah, we're just focusing on what we can make this look like the Blitz closer and closer. So, but yes, I'm just trying to get all this stuff done, and but like I said, I'm trying to do everything for my family as well, my health, just about every person's life. And also I work a job. I work a everyday job. I might be considered a small YouTuber, and if I do become big, you know, you just got to bring your families in first before anything else. They always say friends second. But you got to do what you have to do in life sometimes. Very important. And I always want to see Japan. I want to go to Gundam base. I really want to have a coffee there. I do hope they bring back the RX-78. It would be nice to see that up again. They actually moved it, but they do have new Gundam. They have mostly the Unicorn up. I'm hoping to see some new things with Japan. I like to go to some of their shops. I also love to check out Nintendo directly, Nintendo's headquarters. And I almost work for Pokemon, so and I did talk about the Pokemon lawsuit that they're doing to defend it and everything. Nintendo is a really hardcore company with their laws and stuff, so I do respect them for that and everything, protecting the works and everything. But also, an American side, creators and young creators and developers themselves, it is an importance and also an inspirations when it comes to that, but the responsibilities, knowing your stuff and how safe is it, how close does it look to something else, and the safety in the majority of the characters is probably what started the whole thing because of how similarities were to mostly Pokemon characters. And that's the whole point, but they knew they couldn't have been able to touch it, so they had to grab the patents the last hour and try to under tactic. And this may fail on Nintendo's end, but then also I think both sides have a guilty end to the parties. One for the characters looking almost identically similar, very similar. I have that issue with a lot of my characters. That's why I want Bandai to come in, maybe help me and work on changes down the future road. So my characters could be out there, even Nintendo to come and help me. I mean, come help me correct all this stuff. I was a big Marvel fan, and even if Marvel wanted to jump in on this, because I am still a Marvel fan, because just to change a lot of this stuff, I mean, I rather work with my major favorite companies than against them, and also be a good ally and support with them. But also, I do believe in young creators and developers need that chance and opportunities out there, and also talk when there is something to put a settlement down like that and stuff, to talk with the people, not just go lawsuit crazy. This is the problem with the generations today, and depending on the attitude most people have and how they react with the stuff and how they handle the situation responsibly. And those are very serious issues. And also, I do believe in protecting your works. And also, I do believe in fair use and the rights of fandom and rights to doing things and how it can be used and when it should be used, it shouldn't be used. I mean, there's a lot of things and issues. And with AI, the way it's going today, it's taken a lot of work, and especially someone that doesn't know how to do development or do art, it could backfire and slap you in the face. AI could do a lot of damage sometimes. There's good AI and there's evil AI. There's both. There's the good side of it and there's the evil side of it. And depending what you're using it for, it can totally backlash at you or attack you. Now, music is a big issue because everything has a keynote that's so similar. It's going to be your voice that determines the music, but everybody's relying off of sound because the sound beats. When the sound does certain things and it relates to another song or instrument, it could come back at a person within rhythm. Now, rhythm can be played in multiple ways within music where it could be so open you could be affected by it. And a lot of music creators and other industries face a lot of problems within this in the industry of music. And now AI is able to do these complex things it could put innocent people at risk for no reason at all when they're just innocent. And that's the same with Toei Animations. They're very strict about their stuff, but fans want to express themselves, and sometimes things get them in some more trouble. But then those that, like I said, when you do insultive things on YouTube, it's gonna come back and reflect on you. That, like I said, I told at my Donkey Kong one I did, I regret doing it, but when I did that was for slapstick humor because I was thinking Super Smash Brothers when I did most of that, and me playing Donkey Kong, and Donkey Kong Jr. was giving me a hard time. But I love Nintendo and I would do anything for that company as well. But I just hope these young creators out there, maybe Nintendo will work a better situation out and where these guys could change most of their game and fix it and come to a reasonable thing within the suit, because it's a shame. And then when Sony's behind something, they do try to crash stuff sometimes. Though I'm a fan of Sony, because Nintendo actually made Sony happen. But if it wasn't for the Sony Super CD that Nintendo and Sony was working on, and then it was canceled and Sony turned it into something, we would not have a secondary something similar to Nintendo with the controllers and everything. So, and then like Nintendo would not have light guns when light gun would never be anything. Not even Bandai Namco would even have anything with it, if it wasn't for Nintendo being partnered with Odyssey and then buying them out the last hour. And that's where the technology started with between light pins and light guns and stuff. One of the great things with Nintendo, and Odyssey was one of our first American products, home consoles before Atari. And Atari almost made the Nintendo system back in the day before it was turned into an actual, became the actual look for the original Nintendo. And then they made the trade with Teddy Ruxpin and J.C. Penney and Sears. And the guy in Switzerland made it all happen because he was interested in Game and Watch. It's a long story with a wonderful thing with Nintendo, and that's why I've been a fan of Nintendo. They did a lot of things without them though, and pushed people in the right directions. And Namco made the Power Pad. Nintendo wouldn't have the Power Pad if they didn't buy it off of Namco. And I think it was the great invention. I mean, I would love to see some of these old tools come back, but in better form where it won't get nobody in trouble or violate anything. But that'd be pretty cool. But I hope to work with my three favorite companies: Bandai Namco, Nintendo, and Marvel. And Marvel's with Disney, so I hope to work with them, talk with them. These are my three favorite companies I like to be jointed in, and also for them to help me out with this complications that I'm in, and get my team together. I wanted to open up a studio in Montana and also get my grandfather's store back if we can, or similar. If we can't, do something better for the state of Washington as a museum for what my grandfather did for the state. But I love you, Bandai Namco. I love you, Nintendo. I love you, Marvel Comics. I would not be an artist to this day, and every company wanted me back in 2000. I almost worked for Nintendo, and I hope these three companies could still accept me in their hearts and hopefully somehow help me and help straighten everything out, and we could get some kind of dream going for me. I like to make it like a coffee shop Gundam base in a way, but with my characters, but also help my favorite companies, you know, even sell some of their merch maybe down in the future. I like to work everything I can possibly. My Blitz is almost done, so I'm trying so hard for all you people out there. I'm sorry that I feel like I drag things out a lot of times, but I'm letting you know what's going on. I am working on some really hardcore stuff. My room's a disaster. I work in a room, so that's why I said I wish I could get a studio now to get some work done. And hopefully my three favorite companies could come together and try to help me so I could be a part of them and help them out with things when they need me the most. So never be afraid to reach out and talk to me, any of you guys. But even for fans, I'm here and open eared. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We're almost got this Blitz done. So yeah, this is looking good. I'm just trying to get the markings close as possible, and hopefully I could just get. I'm gonna start getting some stuff up, and I'm assuming a lot of my stuff will be up by sometime this summer, hopefully, and everything. And I'm just gonna put the stripes here. 'Cause I think I can't even get the stripe on the leg is like a full band. Anyways, I'm in test mode, and that's pretty much it for today. Like I said, if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe, hit the likes and bell. I'm in invisibility mode. Everything looks like it's good, just like a Blitz. and not that much fire ability and everything. Most Gundam stuff, but it is what it is. And I think this is pretty good. We probably switch around, make sure all the settings are in. And this is pretty much for the day. That's the little updates I wanted to fill everybody in. Bye. Have a wonderful evening. Frosty. Super Juice. Enjoy, everybody. Have a wonderful week, and check out the other videos below.